Welcome! We're going to spend time in this video reviewing in detail how to set up an electronic drum set to successfully allow for online lessons. The drumming configuration I'm standing in right now will also allow you to practice discreetly, to integrate with music software, and to record your drumming sessions. Don't worry, I'll provide you with specifics for each piece of gear you'll need to get up and running, including pricing and, most importantly, how to connect it all up. Let's start with the electronic drums. A good starter kit is the Alesis Nitro Mesh, like the snazzy red special edition shown here. It's an 8-piece setup, including snare, 3 tom-toms with hi-hat, crash, and ride cymbals, and a full beater bass pedal. We'll get to the kit module shortly, but first, let's review a few advantages of this kit. There are some advantages of an electronic drum mesh kit. Because it's electronic versus acoustic, it makes very little ambient noise outside of the headphones connected to it. Members of your household and your neighbors will be very grateful to miss your daily practice sessions. Electronic drum mesh heads provide a very natural bounce feel, similar to the drum heads on an acoustic drum set. The control module on an electronic drum kit provides a musical instrument digital interface, MIDI for short. This allows for precise drum tracks that can be remapped to different electronic drum sounds and combined with other instruments via computer music software. One example is Apple's GarageBand, which comes free on Apple computers, iPads, and iPhones. Audio output from the kit module can be fed as input to audio mixers, Bluetooth devices, computers, and amplified speakers. The possibilities are numerous, including recording devices for future playback, mixing, and sharing with others. Lastly, electronic drum kits provide direct audio for online lessons versus the need for separate microphones. At the heart of the Alesis Nitro Mesh is the kit module. It includes a collection of selectable drum sounds, songs to play along with, an integrated metronome, main volume control, and the ability to fine-tune each individual drum piece, including adjustments to volume and pitch. Various MIDI and audio connections are available on the rear of the module. These connection points include a USB port for MIDI data streams, standard MIDI connectors, stereo and mono audio outputs, an auxiliary audio input, and 2 connections for a 4th tom-tom and a 2nd crash cymbal. Before we continue with the other important components in our drumming configuration, 2 items are essential for your electronic drumming setup. The first is a height-adjustable drum throne for achieving your optimal placement behind your new drum set. The second item, specific for electronic drumming, is a good set of noise isolation headphones. Alesis makes a nice set of wired headphones that integrates well with their Nitro Mesh kit, allowing you to play to a single audience of one, you. Here we are, back in our drumming configuration. If all we wanted was to play the electronic drums, either listening through our headphones or running audio out from the kit module to speakers or a computer, then this diagram would be a lot simpler. In order to expand the capabilities for digital music integration, and most importantly, for effective, live, interactive online lessons, we need to add several key components, primarily 2 audio mixers. The MakerHeart Just Mixer M is a reasonably priced, consumer-grade audio mixer with adequate features to allow for the expanded capabilities we're seeking in our electronic drumming experience. Aside from the mini USB port, all connection ports in this mixer are 3.5 millimeters. I'll point out the necessary cables and connections shortly, but first, let's look at the features of the Just Mixer M. This compact audio mixer includes a line input used from the kit module, switchable to a USB digital audio input for use with a computer or iPad. An auxiliary input accepts audio from a variety of sources, like a music track on your iPad or phone. Unusual for a mixer this size are 2 microphone inputs with phantom power amplifiers for various microphones, such as the lavalier microphone included with this mixer. These are essential for interaction during online lessons with your drumming instructor. Volume sliders, gain knobs, and mute buttons allow for complete control of the final mixed audio that leaves the output port, while a headphone jack with separate volume control is available for direct monitoring of your local drumming sessions. A separate audio mixer is needed in our configuration for online lessons. The direct audio output from our Just Mixer M is immediate, but once output from our computer conducting the online lesson, it has a noticeable latency of several tenths of a second. We need to be able to switch back and forth during the lesson to be in absolute time sync while playing the drums, yet tolerating this slight time lag through the microphones while communicating with our drumming instructor. The MakerHeart Just Mixer S is an inexpensive consumer-grade audio mixer. Similar to its big brother, all connection ports in this mixer are 3.5 millimeters. Two of the included 3 separate inputs are used, each with their own volume control, one from the output of the Just Mixer M and the other from the output of the computer. The headphone jack will allow us to switch between these two inputs. A separate output is available for connecting a Bluetooth transmitter. Lastly, there is a master volume control for adjusting the overall output level. Back again in our configuration to look at 2 additional types of components, which make for a more complete electronic drumming setup. A USB hub allows for both digital audio and MIDI connections from the iPad and the kit module through the Just Mixer M. Similarly, a separate USB hub allows for connection to a computer instead of the iPad. The Sabrent 4-port powered USB hub is a reasonably priced example. A second type of component is a Bluetooth transmitter. Useful, yet entirely optional, it allows for wireless transmission to Bluetooth headphones and speakers. An example is the MPOW transmitter/receiver, a compact, rechargeable 5.0 Bluetooth device. Essential for online lessons is a computer with a fast network connection, preferably wired to your internet router. A primary video camera, typically a webcam, is connected to this main computer via its USB hub. A secondary video view of your setup can be achieved via a wireless tablet like the Amazon Fire HD. While not as powerful as the iPad, which is used for music audio and software, this side view tablet with webcam is much less expensive. And now for the fun part of interconnecting all of your new gear. We're going to look at various use cases and their corresponding subsets, building toward our final complete electronic drumming configuration for online lessons. I'll be sure to highlight the specific components and cables for each of these use cases. The simplest standalone use case involves audio out from the kit module to the line in on the Just Mixer M. Here's an example of the required Y cable in a snazzy color coordinated with our drums. Audio travels from the output port on the Just Mixer M to input 1 on the Just Mixer S via a 3.5 millimeter audio cable, like the example shown here. Our wired headphones are connected to the headphone jack. Optionally, if we have an audience, we can connect wireless Bluetooth speakers to the output port on the Just Mixer S, equipped with a Bluetooth transmitter. Wireless Bluetooth headphones are not recommended for the drummer due to a slight time latency of the Bluetooth transmission. Adding play-along music is as easy as connecting our iPad or phone to the auxiliary input on the Just Mixer M via another stereo audio cable. Next, we're going to expand our drumming configuration with the MIDI output from the kit module to the USB hub. A USB printer cable is required for this connection, like the example shown here. As mentioned earlier, we'll connect to drum sound remapping software such as GarageBand on our iPad, through the USB hub. In order to connect the iPad to the USB hub, an Apple USB data adapter is needed. Two USB cables complete the connection, one to the USB hub and the other to the JustMixer M. An example USB cable is shown here. It's time to include your computer into our configuration. Like the iPad, MIDI data from the kit module can connect to the computer via the same USB printer cable to the computer's separate USB hub. Audio output from the JustMixer M can also be split out to the line-in jack on your computer. Audio output from the computer to the computer speakers can also be split out to input 2 on the JustMixer S. In addition to a few more of the same stereo audio cables to and from the computer, 2 splitter adapters, like the example shown here, are installed, here and here. These adapters have the nice feature of independent volume control on each split output. Aside from the lavalier microphone included with the JustMixer M, a separate directional video microphone mounted on a tripod, with or without camera, is an option if tethering of the lavalier microphone is not desirable. With the 2 microphone inputs on the JustMixer M, with phantom power supplied to both, one or both can be included in our configuration. The last bit of gear to add to our configuration, and as important as all of the audio equipment, are the video cameras for our online lessons. The primary video camera can be a simple high-resolution USB webcam connected to the computer through the USB hub. Optionally, but adding to the view of our instructor, is a second webcam built into a wireless tablet such as an Amazon Fire HD. As mentioned earlier, this is much less expensive than our iPad and only used for the secondary camera view. Our electronic drumming configuration for online lessons is complete. Before we take a look at an example of the online instructional environment, let's briefly review the audio and video pathways in our configuration. Our typical audio pathways, highlighted here in red, include audio out from the kit module, music out from the iPad, and microphone out from the lavalier microphone mixed together in the JustMixer M, and output to both the line in on the computer and to the input on the JustMixer S. This is switchable to audio out from the computer for selection with our headphones. Video pathways include the webcam to the computer, highlighted in green. Video from the secondary tablet travels separately over Wi-Fi as a secondary participant in our online lesson environment. Next, let's take a look at using Zoom, a widely used conferencing application available on the computer and tablet. Zoom is a video conferencing collaboration environment for holding multi-participant virtual meetings. Shown here is a screenshot from an online drumming lesson in progress. The upper left meeting participant is our primary drummer view from the webcam attached to our main computer, which is hosting the Zoom meeting. The bottom meeting participant is our secondary side view from the Amazon Fire tablet, which is running the Zoom app for tablets. The upper right meeting participant is our enthusiastic drumming instructor running Zoom remotely from his phone, tablet, or computer. To ensure our drumming instructor can see and hear us, it's important that the video and audio settings are correctly set in the Zoom application running on our main computer. First, the video input is set to our main computer webcam in the pop-up menu shown here. Second, the audio input is set to line in on our main computer, which is coming from the output of the JustMixer M. The audio output is set to the speaker out from our computer, which is connected to input 2 on the JustMixer S. Both are selected from the audio settings menu shown here. You will hear everything the computer hears, yet while you are playing the drums, you can switch to input 1 on the JustMixer S to hear directly, without delay, from the JustMixer M. Now it's time to call out each item on our shopping list of gear, needed to build our electronic drumming configuration. Finally, we can start learning how to play our new drums with the help of a good drumming instructor and effective online lessons. Any and all of the items may be purchased from a variety of online suppliers. I'll indicate estimated cost for each item, but I will leave the choice of specific suppliers up to your Google search results. We start with the essential gear. The Alesis Nitro Mesh Kit Special Edition, the Gibraltar 9600 Series Round Vinyl Drum Throne, the Alesis DRP100 Headphones, the Maker Heart Just Mixer M, the Maker Heart Just Mixer S, a stereo Y cable from the kit module to the Just Mixer M, a 6-foot USB printer cable from the kit module to the USB hub, a twin pack of 3.5mm audio stereo cables, 2 audio splitter adapters with independent volume control, a twin pack of USB male-to-male cables, and a Sabrent or other brand of USB hub. Optional gear includes the Apple Lightning to USB data adapter, the MPOW Bluetooth transmitter, an Amazon Fire HD tablet, and a handy utility shelf made by Gator Frameworks to place our mixers within easy reach. The shelf clamps onto the side leg of the Alesis Nitro Mesh kit nearest the kit module. The USB hub can be velcroed to the bottom of the shelf, out of sight but close to the mixer and kit connections. As the approximate costs show, when your shopping is complete, expect to pay a total somewhere between $700 and $900. Make sure to consider in your budget for electronic drumming funds for your all-important drumming instructor. Their knowledge and instruction is worth its weight in gold for successfully mastering your drumming abilities.